rodeo.com live. We're here with the First Rodeo, and I'm going to ask them, how did you even come up with that name?
Yeah, Kevin.
Well,
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's there's a cliche out there when you do something, that you've done before, people, they question your ability to perform whatever task or to do whatever it is you set out to do, and often people will say, "Hey, man, this is not my first rodeo."
All the time.
So that's where it came from, and it also came from. It's a line out of a song that I wrote that we still aren't doing. I shouldn't turn my head, should I? So, and I just went, hey, First Rodeo. So we talked about it, we put it in the hat, came up with a bunch of other names, and
Not My First Rodeo, maybe? Was that in there?
Yeah, Steve's Elbow was one. The Test Icicles, but that was just nuts.
Really?
So anyway,
Good.
yeah.
So when I was looking at Bottle Cap, because I haven't heard your CD as it came in here cold, I thought it was like a drinking song. But I just heard the lyrics, and it's totally about being shallow.
It's about a particular individual that I knew, and
A girl?
no, it was a guy,
Oh.
and he was just the only things in life that mattered to him was money and then money. And I like it. Don't get me wrong. I need it. I use it. I want it. I'd take more. Do you have any? I'll take it. But it's not my my God. Money is not my God, and it is His God.
Right.
And it's So I just thought of this guy. I thought this guy's shallow. He's really shallow. And he was somebody that I thought was my friend. And anyway, I don't know where I came up with that phrase. It's about as deep as a bottle.
Deep song for a shallow man.
It is a deep song for a shallow man. Thank you.
Very good.
You are absolutely right.
So, why did you decide to go this route in music?
It just seems natural. I mean,
That's a lie.
Not that part. I don't mean that part. Because Dave drug me down this path, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Why? What were you
I did
what
not.
did you want to do?
The word country for me was.
He wouldn't even say the word.
I
for a
wouldn't
long
even say
time.
it. Yeah, I wouldn't say it for the long. Unless I was talking about like Istanbul or something.
A different country.
Right. Yeah.
I was really influenced back in the '90s with female country artists. Their melodies, the songwriters behind them. I mean, they were just killer songs, and the musicians that were playing them were amazing. And I just really started tuning into it. And I was just going, this is really 80s rock. It's been kind of reborn, and they've thrown in some, fiddle and everything else to make it country. And I thought, well, I could fit into this market somehow, and I knew that he was capable of playing anything that they could play. So I done drug him in.
Kicking and screaming, like I said.
But what genre of music did you listen to growing up before you decided to do this?
My main focus, personally, I don't know if you would say this, what I listened to was rock, the all rock of the day, the Stones, the Beatles, and everybody else that was, the Monkees, believe it or not, was they were a huge influence on me. I didn't know they weren't a real band. I dug their songs, and then on through the years, Journey and Zeppelin and Kansas and Queen and UFO and everybody,
And who didn't grow up on the Beatles?
The bloody Beatles, yes. I hope we pass the audition.
I think you have.
But, country now is not what I grew up,
It's not real country.
I heard it growing up. It was Tear in My Beer, my baby left me, my dog died,
The dog died.
My grandma's on welfare and has no teeth.
I personally am happy to say that it's gone the direction that it has, because I still like pop and I still like rock.
Well, who's your favorite country artist right now?
That's tough. I would say I really like Keith Urban.
Me too.
I think he's still along the lines of rock. He's really
Yeah, because that's not real country.
his songs are real driving. He's not trying to throw out all the country twang out there in your face. He's an amazing guitar player. He's got great arrangements.
That's right.
And I just think it's so cool that he's a country guy from Australia.
Yeah. Gotta cover that accent.
Country Western, I don't think of that as Australian, but apparently he does.
Right.
There's
I love-
plenty out back there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
I love Brad Paisley also. He's a kick-ass guitar player.
He's a good guitar player.
You know,
I was gonna say
all
that.
all the current guys are, they're kind of going in the same direction. Your Jason Aldean and Luke Bryant and all those guys, and was it Kid Moore? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's your favorite female country artist?
Oh, they're all my favorites.
He likes the females.
Gosh, that's a tough one. I really love Martina McBride.
Sarah Evans, I think she's amazing.
Terry Clark. Shania Twain, without
I was going to
question.
say that.
Yeah, I love
I,
that.
I really like
Shania's
her.
awesome.
She's making a major.
She has the most
comeback.
amazing voice.
Yeah, she's been away for a while.
She's really the one that started this whole thing for me.
Exactly, the
'Cause,
crossover.
who was it? What was her manager?
Yeah.
Mutt Lang.
Mutt Lang.
Lang, yeah.
The one that
He produced-
cheated on her. And
Yeah,
stuff.
married her, cheated on
Well,
her.
he did something good, and that was to get her produced the way
Right,
he
then
did.
she went in depression for years, didn't sing, and then now she's back. So I'm
Yeah,
glad
right,
she
yeah.
can show that you can come back after that stuff.
There's a country song right there.
Right there, man. It's a song for sure.
I
you
could
know?
write country, I think, Jay.
Okay, let's do it. So what do you guys want to hear next? You
You wanna
are
play another
programming the radio.
Well, what's your wait? The next
All right.
upcoming gig, you have a.
Oh yeah, let's go
fundraiser,
through
right?
that stuff.
Well, we've got our manager
24th.
in the room with us, giving me this information. Scott Ward is here with us, but he's not going to talk. September. He keeps saying September 24th. And what is the name of that venue, Scott?
Riverside Rancheros
24th or 21st?
Riverside Rancheros.
At Riverside Rancheros, which
for the American
they
Cancer
sell
Society.
Ford
We better
car
make
pickup
sure the
trucks.
date's right, though.
Riverside
We don't
Rancheros.
wanna misinform people.
Yeah,
And it's a benefit,
it's
right?
a benefit. Yeah, it benefits the American Cancer Society, and it's a K-Frog show. K-Frog is sponsoring it, and they actually sought us out and asked us to play the show. I couldn't be more honored.
How cool is that?
That is really cool.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because cancer is a bad. My sister died from leukemia. I mean, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, G gives blood all the time.
Yeah, I tried.
My brother died from lung cancer,
Oh,
smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not listening. But, God rest his soul. It's a bad thing. And then we have another show coming up in November at the Coach House out in San Juan Capistrano. Scott is looking up the date now.
One of my favorite
November
venues.
4th.
Yeah, that is.
November
good.
4th at the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano. So, you should really consider coming out to see us.
We will play your song and
September
promote it
21st.
on your way to their gigs.
And there's
Try to get it out there.
I got to do a correction here. I was wrong about the 24th. It's actually the 21st for the.
I thought that, because that
Yes.
was going to be a double weekend for me, so I'm
Right.
glad we got that straight.
Okay.
So that's a big important detail there because
It
it's for
is.
a benefit, a really good cause.
A benefit for your benefit.
Yeah.
And that will make sure that all the band members show up on the same date, too.
Right.
don't
That's
we?
so important.
Because we tend to follow things up like that on occasion.
It's happened.
Communication.
So do you guys all get together a lot, like 2 times a week to practice, or how do you do this?
Our first incarnation rehearsed like every Sunday for 6 hours. This particular incarnation, not so much. I wish we rehearsed more.
I think it has to do, well, everyone's pretty seasoned though as players, so it's once you learn the set or both sets or how many songs we're doing, 20 songs, whatever it is, once you've established all those songs, then it's just going in and brushing them up before a show for the most part. But right now our focus has been more on finishing the recording of the second CD, and so we've been devoting more time to that. So, and then writing new songs, and then our manager coming up with new gigs, and so it's just there's this just whole thing spinning around the
So
process
do
of.
one of you guys have a studio in your house, or where do you go?
No. I believe it's called Richard Verdice Recording. That guy is so talented. First of all, he's a face-melting guitar player. This guy can play like nobody. I mean, he's amazing. Second of all, he knows how to run all that gear and make you sound way better than you really are.
That's really important.
Yeah. And
No pitch control though. I just want to say no
he
pitch
didn't do
control.
this record, by the way. It was another engineer. But I mean, recording with him is just it's eye-opening. It's a pleasure, and I'd go there and record every day if I had the money.
And when you do your live gigs, you do any covers, or it's just strictly all original?
Not this band.
Okay, that's good to know.
And do you ever have any bands open up for you, and are they country?
We've
Good
done a
question.
few of those. We've done a couple
Yeah.
of those.
You mean I did a good question all by
But
myself?
of course you did.
Yeah, you did.
I thought it was a Stiller.
Yeah, so just don't say anything. Just.
Yeah, bands that open for us, sure. I couldn't tell you who they are. I'm not recalling who's opened for us in the past. we've opened for, a few, we were